Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Miracle Guidance, the show that offers you the guidance to transform your life. My name is Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on OMTimes Radio. And tonight my topic is to help you start your own healing journey. Life gives us many reasons to be hurt, and it happens to all of us, but it also gives us plenty of opportunities to heal. Because healing is not something you do once and never do it again. It's something that you must do every day. You must undertake each day. You have to mend yourself continuously and work to bring back balance to your mind, to your bodies, to your emotion, to your soul. Because this is the only way you can become more powerful than your pain and truly leave your hardship in the past. And tonight I would love to share with you the 12 steps to resilience and how to, to empower yourself to become whole again, because it's all about being whole. Being healthy means being the totality of who you are. And because this is a calling show, I want you to dial in and talk to me about your experiences, and let me share with you my take on healing at every level of your being. And the number to call in is 202-570-7057, and my wonderful producer Christopher will connect you with me. But again, and I want to tell you that I took a break for a little bit of time, but I am always grateful to be with you, and I'm grateful for you tuning in, and I'm very honored to be able to spend time with you every Tuesday. But we are such incredibly resilient creature, and we need to heal at every step of life, because life is always testing us. Healing isn't something we do, as I said, just one moment and then never think of doing it again. It's something we go through life because we always have old wounds, but we don't realize that the new ones sometimes have been inflicted. So we need to always restore harmony within ourselves, especially if you are in an unhealthy relationship, especially if you go to a personal crisis, especially if you go to a health crisis. Otherwise, our emotion can become permanently distorted and our well-being is forever affected. So that's why I see people that are never able to heal. They live in a constant trauma, in a constant state of distress. But we need to heal from former traumas. We don't want to spend the rest of our life manifesting and rejecting trauma that exists somewhere in the reactive side of the brain. We all have some healing to do. There's no doubt about it. It's not a single person on earth, from what I know in all these years I'm working with people, who hasn't been hurt. Regardless of how much money they have, how famous they are, we all have those problems that are stored, like I said, in the subconscious mind, where there's so much fear, there's so many psychological complexities, so many character flaws. And we tend to think sometimes that we're the only ones who have them, but we all have them. So we must commit to understand those fears, those complexities, those flaws, and make peace with them. So even if you had a relatively happy life, there are still certain elements of you that must be mended. A healed heart makes a night and day of a difference. if your heart is healed, then you will experience a world of a difference. Because then you will feel complete, then you will feel entire, you will feel unhurt, you will feel whole. I wrote a book called Holiness, and actually I created a word in the dictionary because I combined two words. And my point is that when you are broken, what you do, you keep on attracting broken people and broken circumstances and harmful situations. So for instance, when you are sick and hurt and stuck, you will always bring to you, what you've already experienced. And you're not the complete version of you when you go through something like this, because you are not entire, you're not whole. You can't give others the best of you when you go to those crises. And you can receive the best that life has to offer. So that's why everything in terms of achieving in life comes with creating that oneness, that totality of who you are, the whole that I'm talking about, the life and the love that flows much more smoothly. You act from the seat of a compassion and understanding, so you make wiser decisions that lead to better outcomes for you and for the people in your life and for the people around you, because you actually vibrate at a higher frequency, achieving your goal with ease and grace. You treat people and the world with greater respect, and all those positive actions are returned to you tenfold. Only when you are well on the inside, you can welcome your blessings. So that's why healing and having a beautiful, joyful life goes hand in hand. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. So you need to heal at every level of your being. If it's healing, meaning healing your mind from all those bad experiences, from all the trauma, or healing your body, but definitely put them all together, body, mind, and soul. I can promise you that you will get in life what you want, but probably not exactly one you wanted. Sooner or later, something divine will happen to you. The well-paid job, let's say, the well-deserved relationship, the well-deserved recognition. As I said, but it all comes with the mental harmony we're all dreaming of. And these things can only materialize once you are entire and complete and healed. So I'm trying to make my point. I'm trying to make you understand how significant it is to find the resources within you to be, the totality of who you are. So the sooner you change the inside, the sooner the world outside will change. That's why I said if you want to change the world with the same kind of thinking, that will never happen. But the sooner you change something within you, the way you think, the way you look in life, the way you act, then the world outside resonates and the world outside will change. The world outside is a reflection of your inner world. That's why one of my quotes in one of my books is reality reflects what the mind projects. The reason one of you haven't healed yet is because you've been looking on the outside world, not on the inside world, not for the solution. What has been inside you all along, that solution is there. And all the healing you need is already within you. Another person can't and won't help you heal. This is performed by you, is your inner work. That's why sometimes you go to the doctor, you expect the doctor to help you heal. He might have knowledge, he might tell you what pills to take, but actually the real healing work is the inner work, the work that you do. Right now you hold the full potential to separate your past from your present, to gain a sense of self and to learn to be happy on your own. But you probably already learned this truth, although you may not want to admit it. But if you can feel joy on your own, you won't find joy in another circumstance, you won't find joy in another person. So this is what's so relevant, the relationship with you and the totality of who you are to be fully healed. So that's why I see people who are so distressed, so confused. I see a young generation that struggles with reality and struggles to find themselves, because they inside themselves, they miserable. They were never able to discover themselves. and they always attract wrong situation. So if you constantly reliving the wounds of your past, you will have a sense of unworthiness, and you actually become a victim. I actually think the world we are living in, a lot of people feel victimized. The antithesis of self-love is unworthiness. That nagging sense of diminished person, of being incapable of doing the right thing for yourself and for others. And I know what it's like not to be able to change a situation. It's not it's not a good feeling. It's probably one of the worst feelings, because you fall victim to your circumstances. You start to feel guilt. You start to feel regret. You start to feel like you can operate at your potential. Now we think, if only I had done things differently, or I should have known better. These are many times the words that people use when they fall victim of circumstances. But when something in life fails, we quickly enter that mode of self-criticism. Pay attention how you enter that mode of self-criticism. If you don't get the job, if you can't buy the house, if your husband leaves you, we get sucked into a spiral of shame, and that makes us feel inadequate and incapable. So holding on, the wrong thoughts, the habits, the assumption, we enter into a cycle of self-blame that becomes increasingly difficult to end. So my point for today, for the Today Show, is that I want you to heal from your past. I want you to stop believing that you're a victim. I want you to realize that you've never been a victim, no matter how badly you've been mistreated, no matter what happened to you. Stop thinking that there's something wrong with you. Stop telling yourself that you are broken or damaged. Believing otherwise will keep you trapped in self-pity and low state of energy. So establish this with yourself right now in your mind. So think of yourself as you are listening to the show, and tell yourself, loud voice, scream, I am not a victim. I am victorious because I will overcome all my obstacles. So I know you're always calling the show with problems, but today we all saying together, we will overcome. We are applying this mindset with the first intention to rediscover the miracle that life is all about. I always was inspired when I was young. I went to my first college by a German philosopher from Europe, Friedrich Nietzsche, who said that to live is to suffer. To survive is to find meaning in the suffering. I love this quote a lot. It's one of my favorites because it's so relevant, it's so powerful. There's a lot of suffering. Look around in the world right now, how much suffering. But surviving the suffering is finding meaning through the suffering. And accepting that there is a meaning, it makes you break through. I would like to add that not only to survive, but to heal is to find true meaning in our suffering. The reality is that many of us don't know how to heal. We make it through our hardship, yes, but we let the pain linger. Many people let the pain linger. I'm talking to people for 30 years and I'm hearing them bringing back the pain, coming back to sessions with you and talking about the same pain 15, 20 years later. In our efforts to get over the pain, we bury that pain. We don't delete it, we bury. What happens is that pain wakes up one day and comes back, and lingers, and it's like a virus that never gets out of your system. We must not only move forward, but make sure that when we're moving forward, we delete that suffering. We are fully healed. So ask yourself as you're listening to my show, am I fully healed from whatever has happened to me through the course of my life? Because in this way you can become more powerful than your pain. It's all about conquering your pain and being more powerful than the pain. Then you will feel a tremendous sense of achievement. Like gaining power over your pain means gaining control over your emotional self. It means building the strength to walk away from a dangerous situation, from a bad partner, from overcoming an ordeal that caused, a lot of agony. It's like processing an emotion in a healthy way. Allow yourself to feel your path. Feel the frustration, feel the anger, feel the sadness. whatever else you're feeling. So instead of stifling that emotion, let it flow through you. If you're feeling overwhelmed, take several slow, deep breaths, and deep breathing. Deep breathing helps. You know what? Deep breathing regenerates tissues, increase the circulation of the lymphatic system, promotes better function of the breathing. With each slow inhale, you feel your entire body filled up with that pure energy. So that's a way to heal. If sometimes you feel, oh my God, I need to do something, start by exhaling. Imagine the emotion toxicity being pushed out of your breath. So do this as you're listening to me. Breathe in and keep your breath for 3 seconds and breathe out, and keep on doing this over and over. You'll feel extremely healthy and strong after doing it. There are many emotion management tools that we can try. I've learned a lot of them, but your feelings to associated to this physical activity like vigorous exercises, affirmation for mood control, are extremely efficient, probably more efficient than anything else. Whenever you feel yourself getting carried away by certain negative feelings, as you're listening to me, tell yourself, I choose to surrender. And say your emotion. I choose to surrender my anger. I choose to surrender my pain. I choose to replace it with joy. I choose to replace it with enlightenment. I banish, and you say your negative emotion, a fear from my heart, from my mind, from my soul. I choose to nurture. I choose abundance. I choose love. I choose health. I choose faith. I choose those beautiful words that exist within me that make me lighter and brighter, like a beam of light. I know I have a lot of calls because this is a calling show. I'm going to go to see who's actually calling me, and then after that, I'm going to. So who I have today, it's Christine, beautiful Christine from Florida, my lovely Kim, Pauline from New York, people that I love, Susan, my wonderful friends, always so dear to me. Hold on the line, I'll take a short break and I'll go back to the phones, and we'll continue to talk about how to forgive to heal, and we'll revisit the topic, giving you the 12 steps to healing. But the first thing that I want you to know is that we're taking a short break.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organisation, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
My name is Victor Furman. Some call me The Voice. I've always been fascinated with human nature, spirituality, science, and the crossroads at which they meet. Join me Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio, and we'll explore these topics and so much more on Destination Unlimited.
You came across someone struggling with hunger. How would you recognize them? Would you notice an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for summer break
because she may not be having lunch again until September?
Or a war veteran who's having a hard time
landing a job and getting back on his feet?
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And I'm back, so excited to be with you tonight, and I'm going to go to Christine in Florida. Hi, my lovely Christine. How can I help you, my dear?
Hi, Dr. Harra. Thank you so much for taking my call. And
absolutely. My greatest pleasure.
So extraordinary wisdom tonight. I think I could tick off every box that you mentioned in terms of the healing process and affirmations, all of it. So I'm in the mix of all of that right now, doing the inner work, and currently transitioning both professionally and personally as I do this inner work. And I just wanted to tap your divine genius and see if you sense any new openings as I enter the, continue really placing my energy and focus on the healing process, sort of the impact coming out.
Well, first of all, I want to ask you, if you don't mind telling me, you healing from what exactly that you're trying to heal? Tell me, what is the number one wound that has been bothering you?
Sure. I think it all goes around fear and victimhood.
Yes.
And contrast to that,
being a
self-love.
victim, yeah. Was this reflected in your private life, or was it reflected in your career? Was it reflected on both?
More personally, but the impact of that professionally. Right.
Because it usually, if it affects one area of your life, somehow it's like a disease that spreads,
Right.
It takes over other areas of your life, so you start feeling victimized even in relationship, even if this is originally work related, and vice versa.
Right.
So you're saying that you decided not to be a victim, and you found you unleashed your power within you?
Yes.
And are you expecting a job change right now?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I feel it's happening very quickly. This is just my intuitive mind telling me, hey, September, October, you will be surprised how positive this is for you. In the sense that I have, it might be not only one offer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you expect more than an offer.
Hopefully.
Did you apply? Yeah, I feel like there are two offers. And I have a very specific name in my head, somebody whose name starts with a C, Carol, Charles, something with a C name, very strong. Either this is somebody you'll be working with, somebody hiring you. It's funny how sometimes specific elements that have to do with where you're going are coming in my mind. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because they're very helpful for you to validate when something like this is happening, like saying, I knew this is something I was kind of becoming aware before it even happened. And it's an amazing feeling to know already that, hey, I kind of knew this. And then you're very convinced that you're on the right path.
Exactly.
Does this involve a change of a residence?
It could, yes, it could.
Yeah. I have a feeling that at least in one of the offers, there is a very strong possibility of a change of a residence. So if I were you, I will consider that. Now, do you own your own home, Christine?
No, I don't.
Okay, I see purchasing of a property. So I was wondering whether you will sell if you have one, or you just going and buying one house.
Okay.
For some reason, I think it's a house. You might probably look at an apartment, and at the end of the day, you actually end up buying the house and not an apartment.
Okay.
I point towards this because I think the house in itself would be a way better buy than getting you know what I mean, than getting the than getting an apartment. But not only I see two offers and you will choose one for sure that seems to be best, then there is a possibility associated with the job to make a change of a residence, or you just decide to buy a property, which is fabulous.
Okay. Right.
Which I think that's why you're going. And if you at this point say, well, I'm struggling in my private life, I do have a feeling that from now on to the spring, you will be meeting somebody very interesting.
Ooh.
Are you looking for that too?
Yes.
Yeah, very nice person. Very nice person. It has a lot to do with the new environment. You know, it's like one thing doesn't come alone. It's like it's like sometime in life we go for difficult time, difficult years, and nothing good is happening, and we question where I. And all of a sudden, you know, when we're breaking through, there's everything changing. Our private life, the environment. We got the home we always wanted. We got the job, the dream job. So I feel like your blessings are coming. From every angle of your life.
Oh, thank you so much. This position, may I ask, do you sense anything internationally or is it nationally?
Here is because there's two offers. They can be either way. It can go either way. You can get something national, but you also, one of the offer might have something to do on internet. I don't have a feeling you leaving America to go somewhere else. I do have a feeling that the home that you buy is here. Are you looking for an offer in Europe, England?
Yeah, well, I just got back from India working for the last 11 months, and it was a real challenge. Professionally, it was extraordinary, but personally, very difficult.
I don't see you going back to India. I don't think it's India.
No.
Does this company have a headquarters in England? Have something to do with England?
Not this one directly, but I do have interest to work in England. It's interesting that you mentioned that.
Something with England comes in my mind, even if that might not be tomorrow, even if that might be later on.
Okay.
In other words, I should say that it's possible for you to get an offer down the line. If it's not in the 3 months, it might be the spring. Something with England does resonate to me very, very strong. And we'll see. Even if you don't take it right, or even if you take something else for now, there is definitely something that has to do with that. And we'll know as the time goes by. For now, my advice is, if I have the right to advise you, take one of those offers, are brilliant. Buy a home because it's going to bring you the stability and open the eyes to this new person coming in your life. That's going to be a lot of good at once.
Oh, thank you so much. I have the chills, Dr. Harra. I really appreciate your divine genius and also your sensitivity and love for healing. Thank you so very much.
I love you, my sweetheart. Call to let me know so I can celebrate all the good coming in your life. Okay, my love?
I will do it. God bless.
Thank you, beautiful. Okay. Hi, my lovely Kim from Florida. How's my Kim?
I'm doing good. Believe it or not, I'm
good.
I wanted to know how you're feeling. Are you feeling okay?
I'm okay. Yes.
Good. I'm glad you took your time off for yourself. That's awesome. Everybody needs that. So I just have a question for you.
Right.
So I just realized my ex-husband, I screwed up on my taxes this year, which was like everything happens for a reason, and I started to review my alimony and stuff, and I didn't realize that my ex-husband owes me like $23,000.
Oh, wow.
Do you see me having to go to court to fight for this money, or do you think it will be civil?
I think it can be civil. It might be that you might have to write him a legal letter. I think that the only point in which you might have to hire an attorney to write him something, just probably to wake him up that he cannot run away with this. I don't think he wants to go to court. I think he will try to give it to you. Probably in installments, but take it even if he's giving you in 2-3 installments, it's still the money back to you. So I do believe that you will get this money. Yeah.
You think
so? That's definitely going to happen. Sorry?
Yeah, the full $23,000?
Yeah, in installments. I don't see him giving them all at once.
Okay, that's okay.
I think he's going to have a hard time giving you that much, but I think he will want to negotiate to give it to you slowly.
Yeah, well,
which I think will be okay. Sorry?
Yeah, his mom has a ton of money, and because I've already wrote him a letter, and he kind of ignored it.
Yeah, but you know how people are. There are people, the richest people in the world, when it comes to writing a check, that's very difficult to do.
Yes.
So
no,
you're dealing with somebody who has a hard time giving. You know, he's not a giver. I hate to say that because this is your ex, but that's the way I perceive this person.
Yeah, I'm literally shocked that this happened. I had trust in him. I should have known better. I should have done some math during the year.
We're not blaming you nor him. We're blaming nobody. At this point in time, my opinion is you're at peace with everything. You just want the man to give you the money that is yours, and you will get it.
So you think that's
all
happen.
that matters. Yeah. Okay, Mike.
As for the house, the bank is asking my daughter, who's a beneficiary on my account, she's only 23, to be a co-signer now. And I've been through 3 banks and they've denied me. So this is like my last chance. So my daughter gets a W-2. She's only been working full time.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let her be. Let her be responsible. It's gonna help you.
But do you think that I'm gonna still get this loan and buy this house?
Yes, you'll buy the house. No question about it. Yeah,
good.
You'll buy the house.
I'm excited, and I'm trying to hold that faith because it's been about 8 months now that, I've been dealing with this. And every time I turn around, it's like I hit another bump in the road, and so I just find it odd that my daughter can be a co-signer at 23 when she's got no credit.
Yes.
But you see good things.
But bottom line is you will get the house. It's like I feel like the universe at the end wants you. You have this universal energy helping you to get this house. No matter what, they will find a million of reasons not to give it to you, and yet you get that help, and at the end of the day, this is going to happen. We're going to celebrate it, Kim.
Yes, we are. I'm going to come and find you. We're damn right going to celebrate.
Okay.
And I have one quick other question. My son, he finally...
very quick, but I have a lot of people waiting. Yeah.
Yes, really quick. He went to play baseball, and the coach is downgrading him. He's singling him out that he's a rich kid because he came from an all-boys school, and he's not rich.
Don't let that happen. Have a discussion with this man. Don't let it happen. That's wrong.
He's harassing him. He's abusing him. My son's crying.
No. Don't let them. You have to be. You have to intervene. Don't let this happen. No.
Well, I'm trying not to. But do you see my son staying till December? Or do you see
maybe not. Maybe it's possible that some justice will happen here. Somebody will intervene, and I think he will apologize. Let's try to make it right for your son. This is very wrong what's going on here, and it's wrong.
So wrong. And I'm trying. I don't want to. My son's trying to handle it, but he's already singled out, and he just. Yeah, and it's just terrible on all different levels.
Yes, poor. Yeah.
I don't want to tell him. I don't want to tell him to stay to be mentally abused. On the same token, enrollment is all closed. If he comes home, he can't go to college.
So that's why I think if you go and have a very serious conversation with this individual, and tell him this is not acceptable. Please correct what you did. It's psychologically wrong. I don't want to press charges against you, but let's put an end to this. It's very easy for us to heal this. Talking about healing, and don't make my son feel like he's, a victim. You have no right to do what you're doing. So in other words, you as a parent it's your duty, it's your responsibility to have a serious conversation with this individual.
But do you think if I go to this coach, it's going to make things worse for Jack? Like he's a baby.
No, it's not. No, it's not. This guy has serious problems, and if he sees that you are taking charge and you're there and you're a strong woman, he will take a step back. He's afraid.
Okay. I thought about it. I just didn't know.
Look at him. Now. He's just he's bullying a young man. So the man is trouble. It's a trouble individual. And this kind of individuals, if you go on and call them on their nonsense, they will immediately change everything 180 degrees. They don't have enough guts to continue. So this is something that I could go and talk to him in person, right? In person, yeah. Have a conversation with him, but be very strong and look in his eyes,
Okay. Thank you, Carmen.
Okay,
I appreciate it.
I love you, Kim. Okay, my beautiful. I'm going to go to Pauline, my lovely Pauline from New York. Hi, beautiful Pauline. How are you, my dear? Pauline? Can you hear me? Pauline? Pauline, what are you doing? Hello? Okay, let's go to Susan.
Hi, Carmen. Hi, Carmen.
Susan. Hi, beautiful.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well. How are you, my love?
I'm doing good. I'm just curious. You know, how do you know, I've gotten into these job positions where it sounds really good where you first start, but then you get into the job and you realize it's not the best place. And so I've just been removing myself from the situation, you know.
That's good. You're doing the right thing.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I don't want to take on other people's toxic work style.
Absolutely. You said it. No toxicity. It's so unhealthy. If you live in an environment where there's a lot of toxic vibration, a lot of toxic people, you know, it can even make you sick. You don't want that. So that's why, you know, you have to do everything to walk away from that situation, that environment, those kind of people that act this way.
Right. And then another one is just trying to meet different types of people, you know, socially by not going to a bar, you know, a party or whatever.
It's interesting. I have it's like this is, you know, my mind sometimes goes beyond the linear time. I have a feeling that somewhere during the fall you go to an event that turns into some kind of a party. And over there you will meet somebody very nice, an educated man who will be mesmerized by you. So just let me tell you, you have a big surprise when it comes to your private life. It's really good. It's really positive. You're going to tell me about this guy. He has a G or J sound of a name. Jack, Jason, George, something like that. Something with that sound of a name. And he's very charismatic, very smiling. He's around your age. This is not an older person. And you meet him in an environment with a lot of people. And it does look like a party because I see music. But it's like something... like a business party. It's exactly when companies organize events around holiday season for Thanksgiving or in October before that or something like that. And this is where you actually meet this man.
Okay.
So get ready, you know, look in the mirror and see, what do I want to change about me? Do I need to cut my hair, make it look beautiful, make it look different? Do I need to change my makeup? You know, what do I need to make myself feel better about myself? I do that all the time with me. I don't know about you, but I love improving, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've been doing a lot of more exercising and...
Good. Exercise is fabulous.
Yeah, I've been getting out. I've been swimming 3 times a week, doing laps, and then
excellent. And do this dancing thing. There's no doubt what Zumba is so popular. Those stuff, you know what I mean? The new kind of, you know, it's just so healthy for the mind. You know, when we exercise, we release the endorphins. There are some hormones in the brain that are released, and immediately you have a sense of excitement. You feel good about your life. You feel good about yourself. Yeah, it's just so great. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. And then one last thing was my studio building. I was thinking about opening up a bookstore in my studio building.
I love it. I'm excited. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, I could have some of your books. I could sell some of your books there.
Oh my God, I love it. You're so sweet. Yeah, absolutely. And how you want to make it? Because I see like people coming and not only buying, but it's like you can make it like some kind of a gathering. Like sometime you can organize some events in which an author reads something and people come and book signing and stuff like that. Do you see it this way, or it's only me?
No, I was thinking about that today.
What?
I was thinking about
What did you say?
today. Yeah, I was thinking about that today. That same thing.
Right. Expand the idea. I want you to expand the concept. Expand it because there's so much room in making it as extraordinary as possible. It's going to be so fabulous. It's going to give you such a reward. You will feel so rewarded.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's what I've been trying to do. I have things done.
You're breaking up a little bit, I guess, is your phone. What did you say? I couldn't hear you.
Well, I've been trying to get redo the flooring building.
Oh, renew the flooring in your house?
Yeah, in the building, in the studio building where the bookstore.
In the studio, in the studio. Yeah, that's a good idea. Absolutely, sure.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Okay, cool.
That's an excellent idea. Absolutely, do it.
Thanks, Carmen.
Okay, my beautiful, I love you. Thank you for calling me. I'm so appreciative. Okay, my dears, I'm gonna go now to Pauline. Hi, my lovely Pauline.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened with the phone lines.
I got the explanation. That's not a problem. I thought, I just called back.
How are you, my love?
Okay. I love what you have to say. Actually, I agree with you. Especially, I just had a healing with another healer, and he reminded me whenever you are processing emotions, especially breathe, because that'll release what your body has attracted, and you need to release it, and breathing is the most important thing. And I, as a healer, never even think about that, and that is the most important. So you don't have to think about it, you don't have to review it, just let it go, but breathe it out, breathe it in and breathe it out. Doesn't matter what it is.
Right, yeah.
What it was, I examined everything, that's my problem. And then I hold on to it, but I recapture it and it starts all over again. It's like a cycle. You don't want to recycle it. You just want to let it go. And the only thing is, I'm trying to find out, this is a big step in my future. I feel like I'm making a huge breakthrough, but I am scared to move forward, but I also am excited at the same time. What do you see in my future, near future? I'm talking about before the end of the year even, if not sometime in the beginning of next year. Do you see anything about moving or a man in
Yeah,
my life?
I see a move. A move, I love the idea of you moving.
In the country or out of the country?
Definitely not out of the area that you are. It does feel like more country-like. It does feel like more open. I feel like your spirit needs more the nature, needs more to, like you want to be freer. And for that, you want to kind of get out of the craziness. So that a city represents.
Yeah, I feel like I need to own something, and maybe on my own.
And you will. There's no doubt in my mind that you will. I'm 100% convinced that you will do that, and that's going to come with tremendous satisfaction. You will say, boy, I did the best thing for myself.
And I definitely don't want to work for anybody. I have a feeling
No, you're not a person. Me and you, we're not working.
We're not working for other people. They got to be very
we are not working
let me
for
do
other
whatever I
people.
want to do. Otherwise,
I always said that, if in life you want to experience the greatest satisfaction and even experience wealth. If you look at the wealthy people, they've never been working for somebody else. They build their own wealth, It comes with your own creative mind. It comes with build your own empire, being self-made. And I really believe in that. And you're that kind of a person, Pauline.
And it makes sense what you said about you're not a victim. So no matter whatever, every time I'm still working through that relationship. But I am now seeing how I know I'm worthy, and I don't see why this person doesn't want to grab me. Then I say, maybe they're still working through their stuff. They don't see how great I am, and I don't have to validate or try to convince this person because it's time for me to move on. I actually even said that. You're not treating me with respect. You're treating me like a side candy that you can pick up whenever the hell you want. And I didn't say it like that directly, but I sort of got accused of saying, don't you want me to be happy? I said, of course I want you to be happy. Why would you think otherwise? So that tells me their mind is not mine. And so now I really finally let go, and I'm hoping that you see somebody fabulous coming in my future too.
No, things are really, you're really breaking through, you know.
Yeah,
you're really
right.
breaking through with so many things in your life right now.
The world is my oyster. I could create
but
what I want.
Do it, Pauline. Set in motion your intentions, because you want this for a while, and it's about time to really take charge and really say, this is what I need. I'm doing it for me. This is me rewarding me, because nobody else will reward me if I don't reward myself first. It comes with your best action towards you. You know, the moment you treat you right, everybody else will treat you right.
That's why I really didn't want to ask you psychically what you got, because part of me says I got to create it myself. What I really want in my heart will come true if I really put
Well, have you ever thought of writing a book, Pauline? I'm just saying.
Yes, I am planning to do that. That is part of the reason why I have to move away from the
right.
city.
I feel like a book will establish will establish your brilliant mind, will give you a sense of achievement, you know, that you really want to create. I really, really feel very good about you writing a book. And moving and having that home of yours that you've always wanted. All of this, you know, make all the sense in the world in my mind.
Yes. I figure it all happened, like you said to the other woman, all at once, because at that point, you've been planning it for so long.
Always come, and sometimes comes in threes. You know, they really things really come, and it's not one. You know, it's more. Yeah.
I missed you, but I'm glad you took a vacation for yourself. That's true. Everybody missed you, I'm sure.
Right.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you're not letting anybody be a victim. That's great. I love that.
Okay, my beautiful Pauline. So keep me posted. You're my dear, loyal friend, and I appreciate you a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, my love. Thank you for calling me. And I'm going to go and take a short break, and then I'm going to go to Patty. Hi, Patty. Don't give up on the line. Just hold down the line. I'll be with you in a second.
The best of holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
Hello, I'm Sandy Sedgbeer, host of OMTimes Magazine's flagship radio show, What is Going On? My passion is sifting through information, research, and innovations from new thought teachers, speakers, and researchers, pushing back the boundaries of what we know about life, energy, metaphysics, and the universe. I love shifting perceptions about who we are, why we're here, and how quickly impossible becomes normal when we open our minds, expand our awareness, and accept that the only limits that exist are those we place upon ourselves. So if you're the kind of forward-thinking, eager investigator of what lies beyond the current reality that most perceive, why not make a date to come play with me in the field of possibilities at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday, and together we can discover what's really going on.
If I could be you.
And you could be me for just 1 hour.
If you could find a way
to get inside each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
And I'm back on OMTime Radio. So excited to be with you tonight. I'm going to go to Patty. Hi, my wonderful Patty. How are you, my dear?
Hi, Carmen. I hope you're doing well.
It's so good to hear your voice. So,
and you
what is your question? Oh, I love you. Give me your question so I can be helpful with something.
Okay, so last year, you remember I had a problem with my job because I can't get I'm in New York City, I can't get the COVID vaccine because I have too many allergies.
I remember. Yes,
Okay.
I remember.
Yes, and you're right. And you were right. You still see me having my job. That I'm not going to be laid off.
Absolutely.
Okay. You were correct.
Still see you having the job. Yeah.
Okay. So now, with the condition is that I have the medical exam, I have to get the PCR test every week, which I've been doing.
Okay.
The private companies, I can't go no more to private mobile test sites because they used to get paid through the federal government, the CARES Act. The government stopped on March 22nd. So now I have to go to NYC Health and Hospital to have various mobile test sites. But now it's starting a problem is that there's starting to be less and less places to get the PCR test. And I'm very concerned with this mayor we have. He wants people to get vaccinated, even though the vaccine doesn't stop you from getting the virus. It helps you from
absolutely not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So now I'm concerned because is he going to remove these PCR testing? And if he does, what's going to happen?
I don't see this being an issue at the end of the day in the next 2-3 months. I see that you can navigate a little bit like the way because you've been navigating through this, and slowly got better. And now you feel like you have another circumstance that makes it difficult, but you're actually not. It's going to be okay.
But do you see him
I have the same strong feeling that this gets removed, And you will not suffer because of this. You're not gonna be victimized because of this.
Right. So you see him removing the vaccine mandate, or do you see like the new governor? If hopefully one of the people that's going to be elected for the governor is going to be elected in November, and one of them wants to get rid of these vaccine mandates.
Yeah, they will get rid of this. Definitely get rid of this. But my feeling I have is somewhere by October, November, something like that. Might take a little bit longer. So what I'm advising you, try to squeeze in, try to find ways to buy your own time here because you will. Okay. You will. This is not going to be as difficult as the other situation. This is easy, actually.
I do need a PCR testing for another reason. I have an elderly mother who just turned 90. She was just in the hospital in May, and she's fine. She has flu and pneumonia. She's strong. She's like a Italian immigrant who's still kicking at the age of 90.
Right.
But the hospitals here in New York City, they want you to either get a PCR test within 72 hours or get fully vaccinated. Do you think the hospitals, when they remove the vaccine mandate, do you think the hospitals will remove? Because it's not really preventing people from getting sick, because even if you're vaccinated, you can still get sick and you can still give it to people.
Totally true. Absolutely correct. Yeah. No, I feel like this nonsense somehow. I don't see the hospital forcing people through this.
Right. So you think that they're going to remove the vaccine mandate to visit loved ones in the hospital?
Yeah, definitely remove the vaccine mandate. Absolutely, no question about it.
My mother was inside a rehab center, and before you went in there, you had to be tested for COVID. They do the rapid test. And I think that's what hospitals should be doing. If you want to visit your loved ones in the hospital, all right, the hospital, they should have the rapid test. Right, because if you have, I found out because I had COVID because I was going 4 weeks, 2 weeks in the hospital, 2 weeks at the rehab. I ended up getting the COVID, and I went to urgent care, and they used the rapid, and that's how I found out the rapid it will tell you if you're contagious. So I wish hospitals would do that because if you're vaccinated, you can still get COVID, you can still give it to those
exactly. Yeah.
But do you see at the end of the year here in New York City, they removed the vaccine mandates for visiting people in hospitals?
Yeah, I see that happening. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
No
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I love you, my beautiful. Thank you for calling me, Patty. Love you.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to go to Coy in New York. Hi, my Coy. How are you, my love?
Hi, Carmen. Love you always.
I love you more, my sweetheart. How are you, my love?
I called in late. I apologize.
No problem. No apologies. Just help me give you some answers.
All right. As you know, my brother passed. It's almost 4 months.
I know.
I'm doing well about that. I'm not sad.
Good, because His Spirit wants you to do well. His Spirit wants you to rise above the suffering, and celebrate the good time that He had on earth. We all here for a while. Nobody lives here forever, and then He's at peace where He is. He's visiting you. He's visiting you. I don't know if you feel Him. Sometime at 4 a.m. in the morning. Do you wake up at that time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my question was about about our foster mother. That was my question. I wanted to know if she had any messages, because he's there now. Did she have any messages for me?
She says to be strong, that your life is about to change in an incredible way in the next 4 months, and that she will come in a dream and give you more details about this. So let's see what she has to say. Unfortunately, you see the music, the show is over, so I have to close the show. But call me next week, Coy. Let's continue this next week, please, okay?
Thank you.
I love you, beautiful.